Podcasting, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Crimson Ring No DQ. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds of wrestling, to seek out new heels and new civilized faces, to boldly watch what no one has watched before.
Hello, Marks. It's time for another Crimson Ring No DQ podcast. That's right. No DQ because we just don't give a shit about rules. But the WWE does. I'm Nathan, and with me is Doug.
Hi, Nathan, and welcome everybody to the most professionally unprofessional professional wrestling podcast in the game. Featuring your undisputed tag team podcast champions of the world. How you doing today, Nathan?
All right. I mean, had a shitty weekend because I watched Hell in a Cell.
Heck in a sec.
Oh, my apologies. It's probably too forward
Risque.
of me and risque. We got to be more PC and WWE.
Yes, WPC.
Heck in a sec.
Heck in a sec.
Yeah, that podcast was shit, and if you're listening to this podcast and you watched it, you know it was shit, so we're not going to go over the reasons why it was shit. Well, why was it shit, Doug?
Well, I mean, okay, the whole thing wasn't shit, but the end was so shit that it shit on everything that happened before it. It was like a temporal turtle wave, which is like a wave of shit.
Yeah,
Going backwards through time.
with panko breadcrumbs,
Yes.
because you said temporal, and I
Yeah.
thought about tempura.
Which reminds us, each like on our
Twitter. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Like, fuck it.
All right, guys. We still have our contest going. Each new like on our Twitter, mine, Woodscale 1, his Big Smooth with the ED
On the end.
on the end, or our own podcast's Twitter, Crimson Ring Pod, gets you an entry into our contest to have sushi with us. Make sure you get those votes in. Results will be very soon.
I don't even know what episode number we're on.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Season 4, episode 6, I believe.
Oh, okay. So let's just talk about Heck in a Sec. All right.
Yeah. Let's talk about Heck in a sec, and then I want to branch out and talk about WWE in general. Okay, so
Well, no, I mean, let's do it justice.
okay,
There was a match at the very beginning.
a good match.
Natalya defeated Lacey Evans by submission on
The
the
pre-show.
pre-show.
Okay, I meant
Was
the
that a
first-
good match?
No, I meant the first match.
Okay.
Of the,
So we're gonna skip over that because
was-
they have
okay,
they're having like a thing, like a whole grudge.
yeah, but it's bad.
They had a last women standings match on Raw.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that. We'll get to that.
Ugh.
Becky Lynch defeated Sasha Banks by submission
That I liked.
in an actual Hell in the Cell match.
That was a good
Because
match.
how do you win a Hell in the Cell match, Doug?
Oh, you have to pin or submit.
Okay.
You can't be disqualified. You can't get counted out, and you certainly can't have the referee stop it because there are no rules.
Yeah, and normally we wouldn't go over this pay-per-view, but I want to explain to you what happened. And then Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns defeated Eric Rowan and Luke Harper in a tornado tag match. How often do we see tornado tag matches?
Not in the WWE.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
wasn't a great match though. I mean, it was. I don't know. Bryan can't carry 3 dudes.
No, I mean, no.
He
He can barely carry 2.
yeah,
That's a lot of weight.
it is, especially because he's 3 foot nothing.
Randy Orton defeated Ali.
Again, ugh.
The Kabuki Warriors defeated Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross and won the tag titles.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm a big Asuka mark though, so she used the Tajiri Green Mist.
The Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman defeated the OC and AJ Styles. Oh, I guess AJ Styles is a part of the OC.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I mean, and then that set up the Tyson Fury bullshit that we got to deal with now.
Yeah. Chad Gable defeated King Corbin.
Yep. only for him to immediately lose the next night. Because we love solid booking.
Then Charlotte Flair defeated Bayley for the women's SmackDown women's title. You have anything to say about that? 10-time champion she is. She's going to hit that mark before Rick dies. Okay, let's go to the biggest turd of this card. Seth Rollins versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. This match had the most potential on the card. It ended in a stoppage.
Okay.
Not a disqualification.
Now, no, listen.
Not a disqualification.
That is fucking fake news. Like, that is...
No, it was stopped. It was clearly stopped by the referee.
It was not... No. It was a disqualification in a Hell in a Cell match. They are trying to gaslight us into saying it was referee stoppage.
The ref warned him.
And he disqualified Seth Rollins. He didn't stop it because Bray couldn't get up. Because Bray got up.
Doug, you can't disqualify someone in a Hell in a Cell. It's a Hell in a Cell. That's impossible.
Well, yeah, you would think that, right?
Yeah.
But that's what fucking happened.
Okay.
Everything about that match was terrible.
Now, hold up. Before the ending, how was the match?
I didn't like it.
Is it because Seth did 15 stomps?
15 stomps, 3 pedigrees, hit him with a chair, hit him with a sledgehammer, hit him with everything in the universe, and then Bray's just like, oh, no, sorry, buddy, I got mystic powers.
So you didn't like the fact that Bray had mystic powers?
No, I don't like the fact that you have written yourself into such a huge corner that we have to now ignore that this match ever happened.
Wasn't everything a 1 count, too?
Yeah. He wasn't even selling. I mean, he was just laying there. Like, it was like the Shawn Michaels match where he oversold all Hulk Hogan's moves.
Okay.
And you're just like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
It was that.
So
Seth looked like the weakest person in the world, or Bray Wyatt looks like no one on the planet can actually beat him.
Yeah. This ruined wrestling for our week, in case you didn't notice.
Seth Rollins beat Brock a month ago. Legit. Clean.
Yeah.
And he can't fight William Rotunda's fucking...
But Bray is so over right now.
No, he
and
was
he
so over.
He couldn't take the Universal title with him to SmackDown.
But,
because that's where he's going.
But it doesn't matter, because now Bray's not over. Now Bray's just like Bray again. It's every other time they've done this. It's every other time they've built him up to be this super huge thing, and he gets so over with the crowd, and then Vince, for some reason, is like, yeah, but that fucking beard, man. Nope, book him to lose.
So what you're saying is the WWE shoots themselves in the foot on occasions. I mean,
on occasions?
Rusev, Braun Strowman.
Ryback was so fucking over until his Hell in the Cell match. Strowman was so fucking over until his Hell in the Cell match. And then they do this bullshit. They did this bullshit last year.
Yeah.
With fucking Brock ripping the cage apart.
Yeah.
By the way, the same Brock that Seth Rollins beat clean a fucking month ago.
Yeah. Also got punched in the head by Cain Vasquez. Let's talk about that.
Okay, well, yeah, SmackDown is fucking terrible.
Yeah. But, dude, it had like 4 million views.
Yeah, you know why? Because you promised some Stone Cold, you promised some The Undertaker, you promised some fucking John Cena.
And who was there?
The Rock.
Wow. That makes up for it then, right?
I mean, if am I going to go see Fast 15 or whatever the fuck number they're on? Sure. But I don't care.
Scorpion King 75.
Oh, God, I would watch that.
Yeah, I know. It's going to have Becky Lynch in it.
She's a Scorpion man.
Yeah.
Scorpio man.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this week's a little bit different because, like, what we got on Sunday was the biggest shit sandwich I've ever seen in my life.
Well, okay.
It didn't even have, like, mustard on it to try to make it taste good. It was just a literal shit sandwich. And then Raw, to follow it up with Raw, you made Raw a throwaway show.
Well, here's, like, I'm going to...
What the fuck?
Expound on your shit sandwich. Shit sandwich.
Yeah, give me a side of shit with my shit sandwich, please.
I feel like the whole weekend was a giant shit sandwich, and, like, the heck in a sec was just a big juicy turd in the middle of the two shit breads. Like, SmackDown was atrocious. It wasn't wrestling. It was, I mean, I don't know if anybody, I don't think you were watching TNA in, like, 2010, 2011.
I was not.
They kept billing somebody was going to come on, like, 10/24. It's going to happen. It's going to be a big return. and it was fucking Tito Ortiz, and nobody gave a shit. And this is the same thing. Do you care about Tyson Fury in a wrestling match? Do you care about Cain Velasquez in a wrestling match? No.
No, I don't. You know, they really shit the bed. And I don't know if they're just trying to get different kinds of fans or bring back some fans that don't know what wrestling is. They're really leaning into entertainment, and we want wrestling.
Well, it's okay. It's clear that Fox has a lot of control over it because Fox wanted all of this stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Fox is gonna get the first picks on the draft, and
yeah, they're gonna get like what, 3 picks for every 2 Raw gets, or
no,
the other way around.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's all dumb.
I canceled my subscription.
And
I'm not afraid because like I can go and get an Impact subscription for cheaper.
Yeah.
And get more out of it. Because the only thing that's delivering wrestling right now is AEW, Impact, NWA, which their stuff just premiered on YouTube, and it's free.
And good.
Yes.
Nick Aldis had a title match. Successful defense.
Yeah.
Mr. Mickey James.
And here's the cool thing about this. They treat it like he calls himself the real world's champion because back in the day, the NWA champion was the real world champion.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
And that's what, I mean, we can.
He's held the title for over a year or close to, I think.
And he's been a defending champion. It's not like he held the title for a year and has shown up 3 times.
I mean, I'm more than happy to say the champions of wrestling right now are Chris Jericho, Nick Aldis, and Brian Cage. And I'm perfectly fine with that.
I mean, what about Okada?
Who?
New Japan? No? Are we not? We don't count them?
Okay.
I mean,
no, let's call it New Japan.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like New Japan.
New Japan is like, okay, there's different levels of wrestling in my opinion. New Japan, AEW, that's a lot of like that flippy stuff that you enjoy.
Yeah,
it's current. It's current wrestling because that's what it's evolved to,
and it's still good wrestling too.
But I think NWA and Impact is a little bit more old school geared, and I think that's why I enjoy it more. But I've completely like left the WWE. Like, I mean, there's still wrestlers that I enjoy there, like Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch. The women's division really is the only thing that's enjoyable about it.
I don't even know if that's. I mean, I am so.
They can make it better if they put Asuka going up against Becky,
but they won't.
I don't see why they
We're going to
wouldn't.
get Becky and Charlotte again. They're going to unify those titles.
No, you send Kyrie after Charlotte.
No, they're going to unify the women's titles.
That's a for real
Survivor Series.
Oh fuck! Are you serious?
Yep.
I feel like Vince just like sits in his room and he's like, "How can I fuck my business up?"
No, he does. Vince is like, "How can I make Saudi Kings happy? How can I make Rupert Murdoch happy? How can I make whoever's in charge of NBC? Is it still Alec Baldwin? Paprika? Who's in charge of NBC?
The Rock?
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, The Rock, yeah.
Okay.
No, NBC, it's called The Rock, right? 30 Rock. Yeah.
Well, that was the show where a bunch of Dwaynes were in a room. It was like the...
Yeah, Sean Connery was in it with Nick Cage, and they were trying to break out.
Yeah, and they kept switching faces.
Yeah. They had those little green balls.
Oh, God, that was a good movie.
Yeah. Well, they had chemical in them.
Right. Alchemex.
Yeah.
You guys going to talk about wrestling?
We are.
Yeah.
Hey, this had more to do with wrestling than the WWE for the past 4 days,
Hey,
okay?
There's enough paprika in this stew, so why don't you just get on the shelf? I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. We're just bitter right now.
I'm like 2 vinegar shots and a waffle. That's not a phrase, is it? It's a phrase now. That's what the WWE makes me, is 2 vinegar shots and a waffle.
Flabbergasted. Don't know how to answer that.
I don't know how to. I'm surprised there are even still words at this point.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what was good, Doug. Dynamite. Dynamite was good.
Yeah.
It felt like 97, 98 Raw. Like wrestling.
Yeah.
Like when wrestling was good. Nitro and Raw wars. Like then, this AEW, like Chris Jericho, shit all over WWE creative, and it was a thing of fucking beauty.
And it was fantastically done.
Yeah, Jake Hager looks like a fucking psychopath.
My only
he looks so good.
My only complaint about that was that he does still use the "We the People" chant at the MMA fights.
Yeah, and then they shit all over it, though, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
It was good.
The crowd was behind him, man. Everybody's for him. He didn't blink. Did you notice that? Like, Jake Hager did not blink through that fucking whole thing, and it was so weird and unsettling, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I was terrified.
Although Sammy and Ortiz need to put their tongues back in their mouths. I get that they're crazy.
He was chewing on his tongue. It was a little weird. It kind of looked like when my dog gets, like, something stuck in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm fine if it's just Ortiz, but Sammy didn't also have to do it.
I didn't think he was.
Yeah, he kept like...
Ortiz was doing it too much.
But that's his shtick.
Okay.
Sammy needs to go back to wearing pandas.
Oh. Yeah, he was just really impressed that he had abs and his hair goes up.
He
to
had
like,
a happy trail. Can we get
I
a definition?
fucking hate him. Yeah, hey, can you look up a definition of happy trail, please? For the listeners.
All right.
So anyways.
Yeah, while he's looking up happy trails.
Yeah. Google it.
Hit it on the Googs, bro.
Yeah, Google it.
Totes Googs for real.
Googs.
Let's talk about something really awesome, though, okay?
You ready?
John Moxley had a wrestling match on Dynamite.
Uh-huh. And it was Dynamite.
It was insane.
He is so good.
Then he got attacked by Pac. No, Kenny got attacked by Pac. And they were walking down, and I like this because Kenny had a broom wrapped in barbed wire and a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
He's the
and
cleaner,
he
baby.
gave it to John. And I was like, oh, man, this is going to get good. And then Pac attacks Kenny. You know what John didn't do? He didn't attack Kenny. He didn't do it. He wanted a fair fight. And that was like a show of, like a true show of like sportsmanship, I guess, in a way.
Well, okay.
It was awesome. Like I loved it. I was totally in.
John Moxley is not a predator. John Moxley is a warrior. He's not going to go after you when you're weak. He wants you at your best, and he's going to beat you at your best.
Did you hear how over he was? He was super over. Like, he has literally left WWE, become super over, went to Japan, hasn't even wrestled in the U.S., but like, what, 3 times?
This was his
maybe
5th match in total.
But still super over. Even went out, had elbow surgery, got MRSA in his elbow. Still
back.
over.
Paid for by the WWE.
Oh, my God. I'm like, that match between him and Kenny, the best thing that could have happened was that elbow. Because now it's built up even more.
I like
Full Gear, him and Kenny going at it in like a freaking...
Are we going to get the clean?
I don't know. I
want it. I want it.
They have to give it to us. We're already getting Cody and Jericho, which that feud has literally become like amazing. Did you see the MJF stuff? MJF comes into the ring. They're beating up Cody. He's got a chair, and for a minute, you think he's going to hit Cody with a chair, and you know that he's a heel.
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't hit Cody with a chair, and the fans popped for MJF, and he was living it. He was loving it. He wasn't trying to be a heel. And I'm like, I don't even know if you're good or bad at this point, but I'm so fucking sucked into this.
You know who he is? If we're going back to 1997.
Who is?
He's Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, fuck.
He's not a good guy, but fuck those other guys.
That's a good point. I was literally so into Dynamite last night. I felt like I was 14 again watching wrestling.
It's fucking great.
And I just there's not enough good things I can say about it. And that's literally the best thing I can say right there. Just saying that, like, I'm so enamored with this. What's Happy Trail?
Happy Trail is a path of pubic hair that usually starts at the belly button and ends in your pubes. It is really sexy on guys.
He said that. He said that.
Yeah, that's a...
Let me run my fingers down your happy trail so I can come to the treasure at the end.
All right, welcome to a new podcast.
Yeah. Treasure hunting with PPR.
Oh.
I'll hunt your treasure.
That awkward silence is legit.
Please don't edit that out because I feel like it adds to it.
It's that was
Okay.
anyway. Wrestling.
Yeah.
Enough of this. Let's get to some
Ugh.
dudes in tights.
Also known as
Oh, no.
Stairway to Heaven and Garden Path.
Because you're gonna get his tubers.
I don't know. There's nothing funny else about that.
I mean, I don't- Looking for gnomes.
In all the wrong places.
Yeah.
And that's our first song.
Am I allowed to say that?
What?
It wasn't over 10 seconds, was it?
It's fine. It's
Really
parody.
is.
Yeah, it falls under the satirization laws.
Oh.
1964. So we can agree, Dynamite good.
WWE bad.
Real bad. Okay, like Maria is pregnant. We all know that.
I thought I was getting worked.
So she can't be on. She's at the point now where like she really can't be on
Is
anymore.
Carmella still the 24/7?
I don't know. Like
champion?
18 people have won. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I only care when R-Truth's champ.
But it's like they shifted that story and they just gave it to Rusev.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Is there any way that they can fix that storyline? I mean, Lana's pretty much like, she can't be with Rusev ever again on TV. It's too far gone.
It's
Like, good God.
is it real? Like I wonder if it is. Like
No. You think he would
It's
literally
just
be standing in the ring getting like made fun of, looking like sad,
Matt Hardy
like
in
a sad
2007?
That was different.
Was it?
This is a married thing. I'm going to say it's different.
Okay, is it Miss Elizabeth Macho Man 1992?
He-Man. I don't know if that was serious.
They got divorced over the angle.
What
She-
angle?
She literally slept with Luger.
In WCW, not in WWF.
It's still professional wrestling. It's still a married.
You're saying in 92, though, right?
Was it? I thought no. It was Luger. I thought it was Luger and Miss Elizabeth in '92.
They were already divorced. And no, that was in WCW.
Okay.
I mean, fuck, I don't know. They could have been fucking back then. I don't even think Luger was in the WWF at 92.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
We're going to have to fact check that
We
one.
are gonna fact check that with
Oh,
our
yeah.
official fact checker.
Yeah, we want to know, when did Luger and Miss Elizabeth start fucking? I mean, okay, what's the proper saying? Fornicating.
When they started to knock the proverbial laced boots.
Yeah. When did,
When did he-
Lex flex on Elizabeth?
When did he put her on the rack?
Yeah.
While he's looking that up.
I mean, I was just building anticipation. When did she ride the Lex Express?
When did she switch from Slim Jims to?
Well, apparently Lex beat her in April 19th of 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that. When did they first become a thing?
Did Lex Luger kill her?
Oh,
Okay.
we didn't explain that one.
Holy shit.
Do we need to talk about that next week?
Probably at some point. She died from acute toxicity shortly after a domestic dispute with Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Did we? Yeah. You didn't know.
Okay, look. There's
We should
a
just-
thing called the
this should
7-year
start
rule.
being a bit where we have him like Google things that
that
we
are like
know,
terrible.
and he's like, "What?"
Hey,
But
look up cacao.
look up what?
That's Polish prison.
What's it got to do with
Fuck.
wrestling?
Luger's a piece of shit.
I hope all this.
I really liked that guy.
Yeah.
So did Sting, buddy.
Yeah.
So did Sting.
Were they like together?
They were a tag team.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
What
are
kind
you
of
trying
tag
to say?
team?
Whoa, buddy.
Champions.
Oh, champions. Like you guys?
Yes.
Or like you guys.
Go fuck Shane.
See what he did there
Yeah.
was comment on your own homosexual relationship.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, next week we're just gonna,
There is a lot here.
Inform
I
you.
don't know how you expected me to find those really quick.
we just thought it was funny. Next
Oh,
week
okay.
I won't be on the show because I'm going on a vacation. Just informing the listeners.
And the co-host?
I told you you're going to have a surprise stand-in. Someone that's going to be your co-host next week. So you got to run the ship all by yourself.
All right. So anyway, next week, tune in for the first ever rerun of Comes the Ring OGQ.
That's not true. Don't tell people that.
You can just skip it.
Yeah. But you have an interview lined up for next week.
Yes, we do. We have an interview with a Canadian wrestling correspondent. We've talked about him a lot on the show before.
Hoser Howard.
Yeah, he'll be there. You remember him from episode 10. No, wait. No, you won't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But apparently Patreon, you might. And Doug, what's going on? I heard something in the back about us having a Patreon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got a Patreon now. For just $1 a month, you can get all kinds of behind-the-scenes, backstage, and bonus content. Not on your normal RSS feed. Super cool stuff like acrobats, knife jugglers, lots of just weird. And, that's where we're also going to find our sponsors. We do have the cooking challenge that we set up with James McAvoy.
No.
These are all lies. We don't have any of that shit on there. But on Patreon, if you give us $1 and subscribe for that $1, you're going to get some behind-the-scenes content, extra stuff that we don't normally put out on the podcast network. We're going to work our way towards videos and have a one-chip challenge on there.
Yeah, we
and
are.
all kinds of stuff. So,
Tune
PPR, is there anything else you want to talk about with Patreon?
If you enjoyed the early improv on Crimson Ring, we'll be adding some of that to Patreon, correct?
Yeah, boy.
All right.
All right.
I mean, that's not true either.
And Doug's a dick. So be sure to listen next week when it's just the Doug Show.
Yeah, it'll be real bad. But you'll love it, or you won't.
Yeah. Either way,
You'll
5-star
listen.
review.
Yeah, rate and review us. Remember to give us 6 stars.
Or 4.5.
Just whatever. You know what else was a 4.5 star movie?
Ernest Scared Stupid.
That's right. Tune
Yeah.
in next week.
Fuck you both.
We were recently requested to have Doug on DQP Does because the show's kind of lacking. So we brought Doug on to take it up a notch. And,
That's right. I'm going to cancel 2 podcasts.
We watched Ernest Scared Stupid, and I loved it.
I'm a huge fan.
And the other guys, you have to tune into the podcast and listen to how they felt about it.
Tune in, turn on.
Get turned on by tuning in.
Yeah, get lit AF.
Yeah.
All right, you want to get back to wrestling?
Whoop whoop. Yep.
We did a lot of promos there, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Got it all out of the way.
You know what we don't have to do?
Rice balls.
Plugs.
Right, we already plugged.
Yeah. We plugged
Man,
early.
We got it done.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? This gives us a platform to talk about something I've been wanting
Hold
to
up.
talk about.
Hey,
for a
PPR, how long are we into this podcast so far?
while. Ooh, 6 minutes.
You are at 137 minutes and 15 seconds. That's what it feels like anyway.
Okay.
So 37 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Fuck, we need another 30 minutes to come up with content.
I got
I think
this.
It's like 10 or
Okay.
15.
No, I want the listeners to know.
Yeah, we got to get it all. We got to give them
Yeah.
the full dosage.
Yeah.
You got to get it like
All
Plump
4 of the
and
wood
juicy.
The
scale.
whole wood scale.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't wood scaled in a while.
Yeah.
We should probably do that again. I'm going to give WWE a 0.
Yeah.
I'm going to give AEW a 3.
Yeah.
New Japan, I'm gonna give a 3.
Okay.
NWA Power, I'm gonna give a 2.5.
Okay.
MLW, I'm gonna give a 5.
Okay.
CZW, I'm gonna give a 2. AAA also gets a 3. Impact really has been surprising lately, so I'm gonna give it a 3.25.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, no, I like what they're doing. They're coming back. They're rebuilding.
So
I like the sort of greatest hits leading up to their season premiere. Fucking love that idea.
Who's your favorite wrestler in Impact?
Tessa.
Let's compare. Yeah, mine's Tessa too. Let's go male female.
Tessa.
Tessa. Okay. And male?
She wrestles dudes.
Yeah, Tessa. Yeah. Okay.
I like Cage.
You like Cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Cage too.
He's
big though.
Yeah, no, that's what I like about him.
He's a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna talk about
I like Sammy Callahan. I really do. I like that gimmick.
Oh man, who's the one dude that I really like? With the weird belly.
Willie Mack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I like Willie Mack too.
He's an enjoyable wrestler. He's what is it? Acrophatic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
No, I don't think so. I think that's what Jack Black calls himself.
Okay. I like it.
Do you disagree?
No problem.
I thought it was a joke.
No, I really like Willie Mack.
Yeah.
No, not.
That's a real wrestler.
Yeah. He,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's from
Like-
Impact.
okay.
Moving forward.
Yeah. All right. If we're gonna go AEW male female, I like Riho.
Yeah. I like B. Priestley.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not. Like, if my one major complaint with AEW is the women's division, it ain't real
There's too
strong.
many styles.
Yeah, and it's not strong, nor is it cohesive.
They'll get better.
I want them
They'll
to,
get
and I'm
better.
sure they will. They've got Kenny and Michael
Now-
Nakanazawa.
Yeah.
So,
Now men's AEW.
I mean, obviously Moxley, but I feel like Moxley transcends all. So I feel like it's cheating.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna pick Moxley because he's too over. I'm still a fan of Adam Page.
I like Luchasaurus a whole lot.
Oh
man.
fuck, I do like Luchasaurus. I listened to him on Jericho's podcast. Do a interview. Holy shit, that guy's awesome.
Yeah, he has.
And he's young.
He has a master's in medieval history.
Yeah,
He
I know.
He was supposed to be Braun Strowman.
I like him where he's at.
No, he's awesome as Luchasaurus.
I like Jungle Boy too.
I like the whole thing.
You know, there's a lot of wrestlers to like outside the WWE dome, prison. Let's call it a prison.
It's a universe.
Universal prison.
Yeah, it's like what's the thing from the comic book? Don't worry, you'll get plenty of those references next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so
Unfortunately, you will.
yeah. I like Moxley a whole lot. In New Japan, I like Jay White a lot. I've been watching a lot of his matches lately. And I'll be honest, I don't know a lot of the female Japanese wrestlers. So I don't watch a lot of it.
I mean, I like anything I've seen Okada do.
Yeah, no, he's amazing, but lately Jay White, is like all the stuff I've seen on the New Japan replays, that guy is good.
Now, Marty Scurll, he's Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he's the villain.
See, I don't know enough about Ring of Honor, so I'm just gonna go with Marty Scurll.
I mean, I guess I gotta go Devon or Bubba Ray.
Is he Ring of Honor or is he Impact? I thought he was Impact.
No, he's like the head of Ring of Honor now.
I don't even think he knows where he's at half the time.
Yeah, he's been busted open.
Yep. With Dave LaGreca. Hello, everyone, and welcome. No, I'm not going to do that because fuck it. I do listen to the Busted Open podcast.
I liked it. That was good.
Nick Aldis was on there this week. It was really good.
Was Mickey there too?
No, I wish.
I know everything I've read with her where she talks about it. She seems to have like a tremendous head for the business. She knows how to like do it. Like you don't get. She's an old school wrestling mind.
Dude, I love Mickey.
Yeah.
So automatically, like, okay, we'll just jump right into NBA. They have a women's division, so I'm not going to comment on it because I've not seen any of their women's division yet.
Nope.
So it's unfair for me to just be like, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. No, Nick Aldis is amazing. Eli Drake is amazing. So really, like that's all I know so far.
I don't know what he's going by now, but Sandow. I hear it is in NWA. I haven't seen any of his NWA matches.
I mean, we're gonna get more NWA. More wrestling is coming, and I think more of this podcast is gonna start focusing off of the machine.
Do you want to just go ahead and make the announcement now? Or do you want to wait till
I thought
2
we were
weeks?
gonna make it official later.
Or you want to make it official later?
Yeah, just do it now.
Okay. Do you want to announce that we're going to have an announcement?
Yeah,
Okay.
we are gonna have an announcement.
Yeah. In a soon-ish amount of time, we're going to make an announcement, and this will be the announcement that announces said announcement.
Yeah. Basically, the announcement will be like, we're probably going to get off the WWE stuff, but we're going to wait to make the announcement when it's an official announcement.
Right. We're going to wait for our season premiere.
Yeah. Which is in 3 more seasons.
So about 2 episodes.
Yeah.
All right.
Other than that, like, I watched some WoW the other day.
Yeah.
They had this chick named Fire. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She was awesome. I thought it was Kiera Hogan.
Yeah.
Because she's got red hair. Kiera Hogan's got red hair, and I've only seen Kiera Hogan like so many times, and I was like, is she double rolling here? Like, because Tessa is in both,
Right.
but no, their styles are like I started watching. Their styles are completely different. She was wrestling this other one named Fury. She was awesome. I was like, wow,
I've actually
is
seen-
fucking serious,
I've
man.
seen those two team up, and they fought against Leva Bates and Mia Yim on
Who?
Fire and Fury.
Fire and Fury.
Yeah.
They were like against each other in this one.
Yeah,
Like
this would've
Fury
been a-
has like her own thing.
This would have
and
been a few years ago at.
She could move, man. She was very athletic. Like, okay, let's go ahead and talk about this, okay? Not Nyla Rose,
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. They're bigger girls,
Right.
okay? This Fury on WoW, she's a bigger girl too. She can fucking move, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
She
she
could
can
move.
wrestle.
She was a powerhouse. I was impressed.
So she was like Otis.
Yeah. Wow. I mean,
The dude can move.
Otis is badass.
No one's like Otis. I get
Dude,
it.
He's the only reason. Like, he's one of them that you want to watch the WWE just to see. But like, she could move and she could do the work,
Mm-hmm.
and Nyla can't do the work, and Nia can't do the work.
Well, Nia's
either.
gone.
She's done.
She donezo.
Like
She's more done than Enzo.
like done from wrestling or done from the WWE.
Done from the universe.
Like she died.
No, but like the universe. Like that's. I'm not even going to use the name of the company.
Oh.
I'm only going to refer to it as the universe.
I was about to like get some flowers because I'll miss her.
Well, maybe you'll see her somewhere else.
I think she's got potential though. Like she does have potential. Like they don't let wrestlers wrestle on the indies. They just bring them into this developmental program. Oh, you're related to
Especially
The Rock.
women.
Fuck it,
Especially
we're gonna
women.
make you a wrestler.
Uh,
I mean, and I'm not saying that always is bad. Like, Alexa Bliss was not a wrestler.
No.
She was
fitness model.
she was a fitness model. She was a bodybuilder. Like, that's different. And then she goes into the machine. She becomes a wrestler, and she's good. She's not, Becky Lynch. She's not Charlotte Flair. She's not Tessa. She's a good worker. Okay,
And-
but what gets her over is her character. And there's wrestlers that just lived off character. Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold. Like, those guys just
Well-
lived off their character.
I mean, you want to go further than that? Like people who genuinely lived off their character: Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Teddy Long. These guys weren't wrestlers, but they were wrestling personalities. Fucking Sonny. How many wrestling matches did Sonny have?
I don't know, maybe like 3.
Exactly, but
Some of them were on film.
yummy.
Bad joke.
He's not paying attention.
It's okay.
The character gets you over. Character used to get you over.
Yeah.
I mean, how
But
many?
here's what I'm saying, though. Nia has a chance to go out and learn wrestling.
I mean, maybe
And she could be just as good as Fury.
I don't
What
know.
I see on WoW would be a great place for her to start, to get in with all these other women wrestlers that could teach her and help mold her. She could be a monster, the irresistible force or whatever she is.
Yeah.
Like, she could be that.
I would like to see that. I think it may be too late for her. I mean,
She's not that old. She's still pretty young.
is she?
Yes.
How old is Nia Jax?
Yeah, we really do need you to look that up.
See, I thought she was in
he's
her mid-
playing Mario Kart.
I thought they were in her.
Not
she
a
was in her
sponsor.
mid-30s.
Not a sponsor.
No. Wario Kart. That's a sponsor.
We're going to pause for a sponsor break.
Ooh, that's 2.
Yeah.
Nope. Nia Jax is 35 years old,
Yeah.
and
so
she
that's
is
not that
not a
old.
sponsor.
No, I said we're going to pause for a sponsor break. I wish you'd listen.
We don't have sponsors.
Yeah. Blue Chew.
Omaha
the thing
steaks.
you chew to get wood.
And the Omaha
Look.
steaks, the thing you chew after you get wood.
All right, let's clarify this once and for all. Just because you guys go to the store and buy something doesn't mean they're our sponsor.
But what if the podcast pays for it?
Like Arizona tea.
Still 99 cents after all this time.
I got 4 for $2.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's how it
ArizonaTea.com/no
sponsors.
DQ.
Nope.
Yeah. Herbal tonic. It's my favorite flavor.
I prefer the green tea. Here's the point. Nia Jax is 35. I think it's too late to begin the training.
Wow.
I just...
So you might as well just take people that are 35 out back and just end them, huh? Done with this podcast.
All right. Well, that was an interesting ending.
I don't think that's right. Just because she's 35, I'm 35.
Yeah, but you're also not a professional wrestler.
Yet.
You're also not Diamond Dallas Page.
Yet.
You're also not sponsored by Blue Chew.
I'm not.
Not sponsored by Blue Chew.
You know,
I don't have a problem getting boners.
I do.
You need Blue Chew.
Well, how would I get it?
Well, I'm glad you asked. If you go to the website, Blue Chew, and type in no DQ, #Woodscale1, you can get your first one free, and you just pay the shipping.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah.
And once again, that's bluechew.com/no DQ.
#Woodscale.
#Woodscale1.
Or you can just go to your doctor and get some Cialis. Stone Cold takes Cialis.
Yeah. I mean, if Stone Colds can do it with
Yeah.
2 busted knees and a fused neck,
What?
you can do it too.
What? He didn't get hearing aids.
Not yet. All right. Before we completely abolish the WWE, I do want to talk about one thing that's really bothering me with the whole thing. Saudi Arabia is coming up again. We had Kofi squashed with one F5. That match lasted 5 seconds just to put the title on Brock, just to have him fight Kane in Saudi Arabia.
Vasquez.
Yeah, well, would have been better the other way. All of this is for money. Like, all of this, like, they do not care about the fans. They care about the $1 billion invest. Like, they're not making television for us anymore. They're making television for 5 dudes in a slave trade country. And with all of the stuff that's going on now, especially this week, with all the anti-Hong Kong, China stuff that's going on, and we're not going to get into that because this isn't Dadcast, but with all this stuff that's going on, I feel like the WWE sponsoring Susan G. Komen, which, like, charges people for using the word breast cancer and cure. Like, are we going to talk about that? Like, it's a for-profit company. Like, they are not trying to cure cancer. They are making money off of breast cancer. Like, the people, like, kowtowing to the Saudi Arabian kings, they're bringing, like, they kill journalists left and right. They don't allow women in their country. Like, this is not something we should be supporting.
No.
And yes, the Heck in the Sec match was fucking terrible. And I am all for canceling the subscription, but there are so many worse things they're doing than terrible booking.
So what you're saying is we start the revolution.
I'm saying
Right
the revolution. No, I'm saying the revolution has begun.
Right
we just
now.
need to pick the right side.
Yeah. We are picking the right side.
All right.
From here on out, there will be no WWE reviews on this podcast.
There you go.
We will give you news and updates
Yep.
on the wrestlers we like.
Yep. Or something we enjoyed. So
But-
we're still going to talk about Big E.
Yeah, I mean, we got to talk about Big E.
That was pretty
He's
good,
Big E,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not going to review what happens at Manias, at Royal Rumbles, any of that shit. We'll give you the news. We'll tell you who won.
Yep.
But we're not running down the whole card.
Yep.
We are here to cover wrestling, not sports entertainment.
Boom.
And that's the way it's going to be.
Because Nathan said so.
Oh, hell yeah.
I feel like that's a really good cheesy ending.
That's probably good enough.
Yeah.
You can probably pour queso on it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. This was the Crimson Ring on the DQP Podcast Network. And in the meantime, folks, remember, if you want the crowd to pop, just get some color.